Welcome back, cereal fans. On today's episode of Morning Munchology, your host Siri is going to bring another in this new spin-off line of minis. Today we're going to talk about Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I've enjoyed many of the spin-offs, not so much the original Cinnamon Toast Crunch, for it does seem to get a little bit soggy too quickly, but I'm thinking these minis may have the right flavor and texture combination. So today we're going to review Cinnamon Toast Crunch minis. Right away, you look at this one, and there's no hiding it. I mean, 90% of this image is all about the minis. The logo is high in here. We've got a reminder that we're dealing with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and they even bothered to put a few of their mascots in here. They didn't change them, however, into minis, which I think that's a missed opportunity. They did put them on the eyes of the minis, but I think maybe incorporating your friendly squares with also your minis would have been a great opportunity. They did this for the churros. Someone wasn't thinking on this one. So a minus little 1 on that one for the box art. So only a 9. The value, I got this one on a clearance deal. So normally this is an expensive $5 box. I only had to pay $8 for it. Not too shabby for it. I'm sorry, I only had to pay under $3. So you get an 8 for this one. Opening bag smell. I'm assuming that we are going to get something that smells just like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I hope that I don't get let down and that this is more like the cat kibble type of food that was in some of the others that we have reviewed. Oh my gosh, the bag is too hard to... I can't open it. All right, here we go. Oh, it's a cinnamony. It smells just like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I actually get a little bit more sense of the toasty nature, like what Mom used to make whenever she would pull it out of her little toaster oven with some butter on it. Yeah, this one actually harbors a little bit more favorable smell to me. There's nothing off-putting to it right away. Let me make sure. I don't smell anything in that one that smells grainish to me. It smells just like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I think that that's a perfect 10. That's a really good job. Now, the color on this one, your Cinnamon Toast Crunch is supposed to be a little bit of a brown, and I think they nailed it. It's spot on, and they actually still have the cinnamon crystals, so I'm hoping that maybe what we get is an interesting ratio here where the actual cinnamon is more impactful to the ratio of the grain that's in this one. So cereal color, it's kind of boring, but it did its job. It made a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's a 7. Uniqueness of shapes, I would say really unique, except for the fact that this is all the same with the minis. They just put in a different dough into it. So I can only give you maybe I'll give you a 6. I'll bump you up to a 6 for that one. Dry crunch. Let's find out. Well, it's a little more delicate than I expected. It's more of a rice blend. Yeah, the wheat isn't as overpowering in here. And so, well, I was hoping for them to be more solid balls. They're still just mini puffs. So it's literally like a Cocoa Puff, but it's really, really tiny. Now, a really strong caking, a very long-lived cinnamon flavor. It's still resonating in my mouth. Dry crunch. It's really off-putting how cakey it got. So I'm afraid this is really going to melt in the milk, but I can only give you a 6 for your dry crunch. Your uniqueness of taste, I can't give you anything because it tastes just like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's only a 2. Does it match the name? Yes, it is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That is a 10. All right, with that, let's jump into our bowl and let's put in a few samples here. They're very, very light. I was expecting something a lot more dense. There is barely any weight that comes from this one. I'm afraid for this one how it's going to break down. We'll find out. Hopefully it'll do me differently. It'll change my mind. All right, so I've got that waiting for us. In the meantime, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for becoming a subscriber. If you haven't yet, please do so. Click on the subscription button. Give me a thumbs up if you are enjoying even portions of this. And leave a comment. Let me know what I can incorporate. If there's any other cereals that you would like to see, I would love to include this in my future purchases. Without fail, let's get ourselves back into the cereal, and it already feels mushy. It's sticking to my spoon. However, I don't think it had any loss. No, I take that back. Yep. There it is, the second subsequent chewings. Really, really mushy. Fortunately, a little bit of the milk helps to wash it out of your teeth, but it's still a little bit of a effort to, it feels like oatmeal. Cinnamon oatmeal is what that feels like. So let me down just a little bit on the wet crunch. I'll give you a 7 for that one. Overall joy. Normally, my heart rate is sitting somewhere at a 60, and if I'm using my Apple Watch here, I'm hopeful that someday they'll want to sponsor me because I'm using your product and I'm telling everyone this is a great product for keeping yourself healthy in the new year and keeping up to your goals. I love what I'm doing with that. But normally 60, anything above that, 5 above that, gets you a bonus point. I'm sitting right at an 85. That means you got a bonus 5 points. That is a perfect 10. Unfortunately, this falls into the, it's okay. If you like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, this is just a new version of it. In fact, it might be somewhat of a little lesser version of it. It's fun to eat, but it breaks down just the same. It has very similar textures, a little less grain, and a lot more wheat, rice in it. So it's a little bit more delicate, and if that appeals to you, this is your cereal. But the overall score we earned on this was a 75. So respectable, not a horrible cereal. Just if you're a Cinnamon Toast Crunch fan, give it a fun try. All right, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you will say hi to me while you're out in the cereal aisles. Go out and have some breakfast, and God bless your cereal. Bye-bye.